What are we looking for? Dogs.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Bird. You know, we back on Bird's Eye View with it. Like always, appreciate the love and support. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Stop what you're doing. Smash the like button, smash subscribe button. Hop in the comment section, comment whatever you want. Of course, I'm dropping daily bangers day by day. You know, we got news of the day come out of Colorado. We're going to jump right into it, also. Of course, we back. Another recap with this Colorado football program. As always, shout out Well Off Media, Reach People Media, the pregame show, providing us phenomenal footage each and every day. Of course, as you all know, we're coming off of our huge victory over Iowa State. Of course, we was able to take care of business in that football game, winning that game 24-17, getting back into the win column. That was a huge football game, a huge win, right, for our Colorado football program when it comes to our current players, the staff, you know, fans, everyone involved, but also on the recruiting trail as well, because we had a ton of talent, some commits that, you know, guys that have already committed to this Colorado football program, others that we're trying to flip to get to this program as well too. So, you know, it was a huge win all in all for our football program, man. Sorry I haven't been able to, you know, put out videos as frequent as I have been doing, you know, previously. I actually got a new job opportunity, man, that I accepted, and it was a lot of studying. I had to pass like an evaluation before I can like fully actually take, you know, accept the role. So it was a lot of studying, dog. And I ain't studied that much. I got a master's degree, man. I don't think I studied that much, man. Get my master's, dog. So like, it was a lot of studying I had to do, man. It was pretty much consuming my life for like the last 2 weeks. But I was able to knock the eval out, man, get everything taken care of, dog. So, yeah, I'm rolling with the job now, and now I'm able to kind of get back to consistently putting out this Colorado content. Hey, man, listen, dog. You know, of course, I'm always bring the recap like I do each and every week, man. You know, I'm going to bring the top 10 PFF grades as well, too. Of course, we had some guys shine and play some of their best football that we've seen all season. Of course, you know, there's always some good, some bad, and some ugly. I'm going to break down the recruits that were in Boulder as well, too, man. We'll get into a lot of things with this video here, man. But, you know, kind of some keys to victory I had, obviously, you know, coming into this Iowa State matchup. It was a must win, in my opinion, you know, for us, not only for the recruiting side of it, but just for the confidence of our players, dog. Like, I mean, winning does a lot. Winning solves a lot of things, man. And you know, I'm just happy to see our guys, you know, be able to get a hard-fought victory at home against a team that was coming in nationally ranked, man. So, I mean, that was such a solid win that we was able to get for our program. I love the fact that we was able to stop the QB run. And we all know the QB run, dog, has just been something we just not been able to stop for years at this point, right? And I know that quarterback had, 7 carries, looks like for 31 yards. His longest was for 19 yards. Now, we did give up a lot of yards on the ground. Their running back had, a $177 with 2 touchdowns. I know he averaged like 7.4 yards a carry. I mean, we gave up like 236 yards rushing total. So, I mean, we definitely gave up a lot of rushing yards. That was definitely a part of the ugly. But all in all, man, I mean, you know, the defense, they bent, but they didn't break. And we took advantage of some opportunities. And that's just the name of the game at the end of the day. So definitely proud of our defense. Of course, I wanted our offense to continue that ground attack that we've been having, right? I mean, we've been able to kind of rush the football pretty much all season. When you look at the first 7 games, 6 of those games we rushed for over 100 yards, right? And then the 7 game that we didn't rush for over 100 yards, we had 96 yards in that game, right? So, you know, we've been able to show that we can actually rush the football this year. Kudos to the offensive line, the big uglies up front, being able to open up run lanes, and of course our guys, you know, on the ground being able to get it done with their legs. But, you know, rush for $140 as a team. Looks like an average 3.6 yards per carry, had 39 rushing attempts. I mean, we just continue to run the football, you know, at a solid level. That's definitely helping us. Of course, Dallin Hayden, you look at, you know, 12 carries for 58 yards, average 4.8 yards a pop. I do want to get Dallin a little bit more involved early on. I believe he only had like 1 carry in the first half. I know we were featuring Cam Michael more. I know he had 5 carries, you know, looks like for about 6 yards. I know his longest was for 8 yards. Of course, you know, we're kind of slim in the running back room now when you look at the injuries, obviously, to DeKalen Taylor and, of course, the Simeon Price, who we hope to kind of get both of those guys back. But Dallin Hayden is running hard, dog. I mean, we got to get him the football more. He deserves more carries. But he was our leading rusher at, you know, at 58 yards. Shout out to Caden Salter, man. Of course, I wanted Caden Salter to play a clean football game. We needed him to pretty much play his best game, right, to be able to beat the Iowa State football team that was coming in with some difficulties on their own, you know, when it comes to injuries and some of the things they just don't do as well. But, you know, it's still a solid football team that we was going to still have to play well in order to beat. And it started with quarterback play, and we got that, right? I mean, Caden Salter, 16 for 25. Looks like 255 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, did not get sacked at all as well. Kudos to the offensive line, man. They did not give up a sack. And Caden Salter was able to really make some solid throw. I mean, he made 3 or 4 really good throws, dog. Like, I mean, they were like NFL throws. He made some throws that's like, all right, dog, like, there we go. Like, that's what we want. That's what we need from you, dog, to really be able to accomplish some of these goals that we have, man. Like, that's what we need. He also was able to get it done with his legs, 9 carries for 57 yards, average 6.3 yards a pop. He had a very solid football game. I mean, Caden Salter, he played extremely well. On the defensive side of the ball, right? I mean, hold on. Before I get on the defensive side of the ball, I do want to give kudos to Joseph Williams. 8 catches for $128 and a touchdown. He had 8 targets, caught all 8 of them. I mean, his best game, right, as a Buff by far. I mean, he really showcased his abilities for sure. Omarion Miller had that big catch, right, that 70-yard touchdown catch. He had 3 catches, 82 yards and a touchdown. Of course, Sincere Brown, he had 2 catches along with Zach Atkins also had a catch. Quentin Gibson had 1 catch as well too. So, kudos to mainly Joseph Williams and Omarion Miller really putting in the most work. They combined for over 200 yards receiving with 2 of our guys and 2 touchdowns. So, kudos to them. Let's switch over to the defensive side, right? And we had some guys definitely stand out without question. Jeremiah Brown led us in tackles. He had 10 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss. Played one of his better games that we've seen in a while out of him. Kudos to Jeremiah Brown there. He definitely took advantage of his opportunities. Taufik Bayer is a pro. Taufik Bayer is a pro, dog. I mean, to see what he's consistently being able to do week in and week out, I mean, he just finds a way to be around the football, dog. And of course, he got that interception with one hand, by the way, because he had that cast on his left hand. So to be able to just continue to make plays, not even technically being 100%, I mean, it just shows what he really has in the tank, man. And he's an NFL safety, dog. In my opinion, without question. Of course, I want to give a huge shout out to Ivan Yates, man. Ivan Yates stepped in. That's the most that we've seen him play as a Colorado Buffalo, and he stepped in and made plays. He had 5 tackles, had a PBU. I mean, when we needed him to make plays, he did. He made plays, dog. And kudos to Ivan Yates. When we get into the top 10 PFF grades, you're going to see some new names in there, and definitely kudos to Ivan Yates, man. When it comes to the recruiting side of things, man, like I said, we had some some pretty solid recruits. I believe we had like 6 4-stars for this Iowa State matchup. It was a solid list of visitors that we had, and I'm extremely glad we were able to put on the show. Obviously, 4-star Colorado commit linebacker Rodney Colton Jr. was there as well. Of course, 4-star cornerback Preston Ashley, who's also a Colorado commit. 4-star Colorado tight end commit Gavin Mueller was there as well. Of course, Chico Timms, right, our 3-star safety commit was in attendance. And then, of course, we had a 4-star running back Christopher Talley, man, who's committed right now to West Virginia. He was also in attendance. Kyle Mezza was in attendance, a 3-star wide receiver. Looks like Damani Warner, 4-star wide receiver, is in attendance. And then we had, looks like 2027 4-star Utah quarterback commit Thaddeus Thatcher was in attendance, along with 28 athlete Jalen Edwards. Shout out to Justin Tuck on Twitter, using his graphic there. But so we had some talented football players in Boulder, Colorado. A decent amount of them were committed already to this Colorado football program. So, of course, we have 4 of them that were already committed, and then, a few others that were already committed to other schools that we're trying to flip. But, it was to be able to see us pull that game out and see our fans be able to storm the field. I mean, that was just huge. That was huge for recruiting. And it looks like Gavin Mueller, man, he had a lot of great things to say about the visit and kind of where he stands right now. If you guys don't know, which I'm probably sure that a lot of you don't know, because I haven't been consistent like I need to be, getting the news out for you guys. But Gavin Mueller, man, is having a phenomenal year. I mean, he's having a really good season, dog. He's really stamping himself as one of the best tight ends in the country. I mean, it's like every week, bro, he's putting up crazy video game like numbers, and his recruitment is taking off. I mean, Alabama has thrown their name in the hat now. Miami has thrown their name in the hat now. I mean, schools are really starting to throw offers towards Gavin Mueller way. But he said he was kind of surprised. He was talking about the Alabama offer, man. He said it was kind of a surprise, right, when he was able to get that offer. He said the GM had just flown out to his high school last minute. He said, he was able to talk before his game, and they wanted to see him in person. He said, the GM loved him. He said it was kind of interesting, and it was cool. He said, the GM was a nice guy, but he said, of course, he's still locked in. with Colorado, and he was going to be here, this past weekend. He said it was a great time for him in Boulder. He said so that's still home for him. He said it was awesome, and it just reaffirmed him in the fact that Boulder is the place that he's going to be at. And he said he was excited to see how the rest of the season pans out. He said it was awesome and definitely reassured him. He said the coaching staff at Colorado is still very excited to get him on campus. We spoke with him about all the spots that he'll be able to play in, ways that he'll be able to be used in the offense. Before Mueller could even get home from the trip, Miami threw their name in the hat. He had a previous relationship with the staff, but they wanted to see more game film from him. And now that he's having such a big season, they've seen enough to give him an offer. It looks like Miami wants to get him on campus for a visit. Alabama wants to get him on campus for a visit. But right now, Gavin said, he's telling everyone thanks, but no thanks. He said for him, he's locked in. And he said their new attention just kind of reassures him with Colorado. He said because all these schools are seeing in me what Colorado already saw in me from the start. So, it means more from a team that has been trusting in you and been locked in with you from the start. So he's definitely taking that into account. So no other visits are planned right now at all. Huge news there on the recruiting trail. Like I said, he is one of the best tight ends in the country right now. I believe he's a top 10 tight end in the country right now. It wouldn't shock me. He's going to end up working his way up being a top 5 tight end in the nation before it's all said and done for this year. He's having a phenomenal year, and schools are starting to take notice, but it looks like he is locked in, and he is going to be a Colorado Buffalo. Huge news there. And like I said, I'm going to keep you guys updated with some more recruiting news now that I have more time on my hands now where I can kind of get back locked in with the content. Man, I miss doing this for y'all. I really missed y'all, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really missed doing this. Of course, Preston Ashley, right, the Colorado commit, looks like he had a great time as well. He's one of our highest graded players when it comes to that 2026 class. Like he had a phenomenal time as well, along with his family. So, it looks like he's still locked in. Same with Rodney Colton Jr., right, the 4-star linebacker. He's looked like he's still locked in as well, too. I mean, that was, listen, dog. That win over Iowa State, man, helped in so many ways, bro. It helped in so many ways, dog. Like, that was just perfect timing, dog. So, looking forward to seeing these guys, continuing their senior seasons, man, staying healthy. And I can't wait to see all these guys that are locked in Colorado right now, end up signing on signing day and then making plays for this Colorado football program in years to come. Of course, man, we get an opportunity now. Got a bye week here, so we get a chance to rest up, man. I know we got a lot of guys hurt. The injury bug has really bit us for sure. It happens. It's tough. It happens. It's next man up. I'm so glad we have the depth that we do have because the injury bug has really bit us. For sure. It's guys that we haven't seen played all year. It's guys we've only seen played a couple games. Like, we really haven't had this full team together yet. So, hopefully over the bye week, we got some guys that'll be able to kind of get healthy. That way they can get back on the field because, that Utah matchup is going to be pretty interesting for sure. And they got to do it with the right quarterback as well. So there's going to be some things that we're going to have to take care of with Utah. But hopefully we can get healthy and get some guys back on the field. But, man, it's always good to win going into the bye week, dog. I'll tell you right now, it's always good to win going into the bye week. And it's gonna be fun to continue to watch that. I do want to mention as well too, as some of you, and I know a lot of you probably already know, right, the number 1 quarterback in the 2027 class dropped his top 5, and of course Colorado fell in line in that top 5. When we look at Kavian Bryant, right, of course his top 5, Florida State, SMU, Texas, Colorado, and Texas Tech, rounds out that top 5. He will be committing November 1st. I believe he does have like a crystal ball to Texas Tech. So it looks like you're definitely gonna be battling the Red Raiders there. I know we came in late, but he visited not too long ago. It was I believe it was last week when he visited. And we kind of jumped up in his recruiting for sure. And so he looks like it's gonna be interesting there. I know we came in kind of late, it seems like, in his recruitment. But at the end of the day, you can never count out Coach Prime. You can never count out this recruiting staff, and it's gonna be fun to kind of watch it all transpire. But let's get into these top 10 PFF grades real quick here, man. Caden Salter comes in at number 1 at 90.6, at the highest passing grade among all QBs for week 7. Of course, like I said, man, he did a phenomenal job, man. Best game I've seen him play, from top to bottom. And like I said, he was number 1 in the country, right? When it comes to PFF, he had a 92 flat passing grade again, which led the country for week 7. Tremendous job by Caden Salter. Joseph Williams comes in at number 2, man, 89.8. His receiving grade was 90.2, which was the 3rd highest in the country for week 7. Again, 8 targets, caught all 8 for a $128 and 1 tud. Definitely his best game as a Colorado Buffalo. Looking forward to seeing him ball out moving forward. And I mean, a 3 here, man. He just always in the top 10, dog. Tawfiq Byard, highest graded defender at 83.8, had the highest tackle grade, had the highest coverage grade, 4 targets, only gave up 2 catches for 19 yards, had 7 tackles, and also had that 1 interception as well. Coming in at number 4, right, the franchise, Jordan Seaton at 73.9. Of course, our highest graded offensive lineman, had the highest pass blocking grade, has the highest pass blocking grade overall in the country all season at 94.7. He's still number 1 there. And I think he's going to be number 1 for the remainder of the season. I mean, he is who he is, right? He is who he is. Coming in at number 5 here, man, London Merritt, man, a true freshman at 73 flat, had the 3rd highest run D grade, with a very solid tackle grade, had 2 total tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss. Of course, he got his first start of his career, and he has been everything as advertised, man. He was a blue chipper coming in, had offers all over the country, and he's been exactly what we expected him to be. And moving forward, he's gonna be one of them ones, dog, for sure. London Merritt, man, is a baller, dog. Coming in here, got Ivan Yates, man. Welcome to the party, Ivan Yates at 72.1, 2nd highest run D grade. Tackle grade was over 80, had 5 tackles, also had a PBU in this game as well. Kudos to Ivan Yates, dog. Best game we've seen you play as a Colorado Buffalo, most snaps that we've seen you play, and you took advantage of your opportunity there. Coming in here, Ben Finiseth at 69.9, 2nd highest tackle grade on the team, finished with 5 tackles. Ben has been solid. When he's been able to get opportunities, he's been solid, and he had another solid performance there. Coming in here at number 8, DJ McKinney at 69.3, 3rd highest tackle grade, 2nd highest coverage grade, had 5 tackles, was targeted 5 times, only gave up 2 catches. Of course, DJ McKinney has been able to take care of business, and I'm looking forward to seeing him continue to grow as a corner. Coming in here at number 9, Dylan Hayden, dog, 68.5. Highest rushing grade. Of course, he was our leading rusher, 12 carries, 58 yards, 4.8 yards a pop. He had 2 rushes that were 10-plus yard rushes as well. Like I said, Dylan Hayden, man, he's running hard, man. He really toting that football, man, and we got to figure out a way to get him more carries, especially with 2 of our backs out. Rounding out the top 10 here, man, another true freshman, dog, Alexander McPherson at 67.4. PFF grades were just solid across the board, and he finished with 4 total tackles as well, man. Kudos to our two true freshmen, man, coming from IMG Academy, Alexander McPherson and London Merritt. I mean, we really got something there. That's going to be a tandem that we're going to have, for years to come. That's going to be able to just continue to get better and better and better. And it's going to be interesting to watch them to, continue to grow. So those were the top 10 PFF grades, man. I don't know about y'all, man, but it feels real good to get back in the win column. And like I said, we got a bye week, so we get a chance to kind of get healthy, man, and then get back into try to get back into the win column again, right? We got Utah, man. We got to go on the road to play Utah. So that's going to be expect that to be a really dope environment to play in for sure up in Salt Lake City. But hopefully our boys can get healthy. The ones that we need to get healthy, man, and we stay hungry, man, and we stay hot. Shout out to Jimmy Horn Jr. I actually went to the Panthers Cowboys game, and was able to see Jimmy Horn make some plays in that game, dog. So shout out to all of our NFL buffs that continue to just make plays, and we're gonna have some future NFL buffs for sure, without question, dog. I appreciate you guys running up the shorts, man. I'm gonna keep bringing you guys those shorts, man. I have a lot of fun making the shorts, man. I really do. So I'm gonna keep bringing you guys the shorts because I recognize how much you guys love those shorts. So I'm gonna keep making sure I keep being consistent with those, dog. But not gonna keep you long here, man. right? This one also, hold on, we're gonna also give a shout out to Coach Prime, right? Like I said, I haven't been able to make many videos here recently, but kudos to Coach Prime for battling what he was going through. Had another surgery, I believe, surgery number 16, to kind of clean up some more of those blood clots, man. So kudos to Coach Prime, man. Was right back out there, right, and with the very next day coaching. So I mean, he's a warrior, dog. He's a testament of a dog, man, for sure. But not gonna keep you long, man. Just want to bring you guys another phenomenal update. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. You know what time it is, dog. Bird's eye view, man.